Silicon, the orca has died after more than 2 decades at SeaWorld Orlando.
Cruel treatment of animals is common in China's zoos and safari parks.
And according to police, they found animals in small cages.
They deployed a special team that shot and killed the gorilla. This monkey is in a small metal cage.
Horrifying case of animal abuse.
Animal cruelty.
Charged for animal cruelty.
Animal cruelty.
Animal cruelty.
So the zoo is saying it was a very sad day.
Animals that get abused, animals that are caged or chained up and don't have any ability to move, potentially starved. They can't be in captivity, they won't survive.
For me, animal cruelty means that you're inflicting harm into an animal, but it doesn't necessarily have to be physical. It can be psychological.
Species who naturally roam for miles are confined to just, a few mere square feet.
Restricted from their freedom, which is not a good thing to the animals because they deserve anything better than living in captivity. Animals in wild act different. They act free, they roam freely, and that's their freedom. And when I go to a zoo, they seem to have a lot more stress, anxiety, and they don't grow as they should, and they don't live longer.
If you think about animals in captivity and unnatural behaviors such as pacing back and forth, actually self-harm. There's footage of animals actually banging their heads into concrete, just doing abnormal behaviors that they would never be seen doing in their natural homes. It's a psychological disorder that comes from being in captivity.
They are not only, inflicting harms of animals, but they're also taking the money out of it. It's even more crazy, right? Okay, you're benefiting from making this animal be miserable.
SeaWorld is terrible for animals. Most orcas there don't get to meet anywhere near their natural lifespan. They're kept in concrete tanks where they just swim in circles throughout the day.
It's also matters of money. I mean, is it cheaper to go to SeaWorld than trying to pay at a safari to Africa or a safari into the ocean and pay for an expedition? If you feel excitement and happy seeing a person petting an orca in a giant pool, is if you're happy if somebody's beating beating this dog to death. It's the same thing, it's just a different kind of harm.
In their natural homes, orcas swim upwards of 100 miles a day. So they're denied everything that's natural and important to them. And ultimately, we believe animals aren't ours to use for entertainment, and we're encouraging SeaWorld to build seaside sanctuaries to release the orcas too.
Big animals take up bigger space, and for example, elephants walk more than, I would say, 60 miles in a day, and having them in a small space makes it difficult for them to live.
They separate their babies from their mothers at a very early age, which is very unnatural for elephants. So they use chains to separate them, to chain down the mothers and to take away their babies. So they use tools like bull hooks and other cruel methods of fear to train the elephants.
There are animals that cannot be rewilded. For example, tigers. Tigers cannot be rewilded. They cannot just release back to the wild. So once they're captive, they are going to remain like that, and they cannot survive on their own.
I mean, it's a crime and it's money. The tiger that was just running around in Texas, that's just money. Somebody's making a lot of money, and somebody can say, oh, I'm really cool, I've got a tiger as a pet.
Well, the good news is that animal circuses are on the way out.
It's a good thing that circuses are going away from animals and people tricks.
Learn yourself and educate. I mean, I tell a lot of people, hey, just go on Google and put animal cruelty. Look for the images. What do you feel? Do you feel empathy? If you don't feel empathy, you have a problem.
It's really just all about education. The more that people learn about what really happens behind closed doors and to the animals used in these industries, the more people are concerned and make the compassionate choice to spend their money elsewhere or to choose cruelty-free entertainment options.
In any career, I think, there's ways that you can help them.
Animals have their own interests and desires, regardless of the species of animal. All animals have a desire to be free and to live a life free of pain and suffering. So it's just important to keep that in mind with all that we do, and remember that animals aren't here for us; they're here with us.